Hello, my name is Palisoc, and this is my demo reel displaying a collection of projects I've developed during my time studying at LaSalle College, Vancouver. Platform Dash is a simple platformer game that integrates Twitch API to receive commands from a specified Twitch channel. At the start of the game, the user inputs a channel name and the TCP connection will be established to the Twitch server. The game is then able to receive messages from Twitch chat. The Twitch channel is displayed in a pop-up window. Here, any user in chat is able to send commands that will affect the character in-game, such as making the character jump, moving platforms within the game up or down, healing the character, or spawning enemies. The command sent is also displayed in the upper left corner of the game, indicating who sent the command and what command they sent. To prevent an overload of commands, I implemented restrictions that limit the amount of commands you're able to receive within a given time. The reason for creating this project is I have seen several games that have integrated Twitch support within their game, and I believe this market is still extremely unexplored. So I wanted to learn how to use Twitch API, and having accomplished this, further integrate it with projects I already have. Wolf's Den is a C++ project I created using AI steering behaviors. It is an automated game where there's a wolf and multiple sheep wandering around. When a sheep's detection radius gets close enough to the wolf, it will change its state to fleeing and have the wolf as an obstacle for them to avoid, making sure it tries its best to never collide with the wolf. After a certain amount of wandering or fleeing for the sheep, they become hungry and start to seek towards the center of the game, where there is wheat that will replenish their energy. The movement of the animals is done through calculating velocities of the current position and target position, though the changing of the states for the animals is accomplished by using a state design pattern where the entity has a pointer to its current state. AI is always an important feature in games, and developing this game project was my first introduction to integrating different steering behaviors and understanding the math and logic behind them. Endless Runner is a project on which I integrated a database backend using PHP-MyAdmin on a game demo downloaded off of the Unity Asset Store. The game itself is an autorunner game demo which I've hooked up to fetch and register data by sending information requests from Unity to PHP scripts that then sends information to the backend. Once properly received, they will update player information to the respective MongoDB and MySQL databases. The user is able to register an account onto the database that will then hold all of their account details within a table. That table is linked to a player table that holds only information about the player, such as high score, player name, and when they last logged in. Afterwards, the user can log in and play the game. The game ends once the player has lost all 3 of their lives when hitting obstacles. When this happens, their score is updated within the leaderboard of the game. The database itself only updates if the score achieved beats their stored previous record. In addition to being able to log in into a specified account, the project is able to query search different information regarding players, such as their account details or any player who has a score higher than a specified input. My reasoning for creating this project is that it is important for games to have a database when storing and retrieving different player and account information, and understanding how to integrate them within a game will be a definite asset when working on future game projects. This animation and model loader project was made using my game engine Mage, which I developed in C++. In the project, I am able to load in different types of models and play animations which are attached to them. This is first accomplished by grabbing their .fx file, and using my model import tool, I am able to extract specific files needed to render the model. Once extracted, I can find the specified model file and load in the model with this animation. In addition, I can display a skeleton view which shows the total number of bones of the model and the joints that allow movement. If I toggle control within M-Green settings, I can switch to a third-person camera view, and I'm able to move the animation, and based on how many animation clips the model has, I can cycle through the animation, such as them playing a walking animation when I move, and being able to punch and kick from various key inputs. The reason for this project was to understand how to load in the model mesh, material and bone data, and using the various matrices and vectors within those files, have the model render on screen and animate. Elementec is a group project I worked on for roughly 1 year, with students from different disciplines such as game design and 3D artists and modelers. Within this time span, we went through a full production cycle. The game is a competitive 2D fighting game, similar to Super Smash Bros. Developed using the Unity engine. The game has 4 characters, each with their own element and special characteristics and abilities attached to them. My primary role was implementing the core gameplay mechanics. These include implementing a robust combat system that handles unique character abilities. This involved wrapping certain components such as player skills on their managers to be called from, In addition, I was responsible for integrating the character animations which modified or activated certain collision hitboxes depending on what animation was being played. I added dynamic camera movement that is based on the player's position away from one another, and also hooked up particle effects that play or instantiate themselves during certain collisions. Thank you for taking the time of watching my demo reel. If you have any questions or you wish to contact me, you can do it through my LSIE portfolio page or through LinkedIn.